Somewhere deep in the woods, a black metal staircase stands alone. No railings, no platform, no structure nearby, just narrow steps rising quietly into the trees. It looks rusted, abandoned, a piece of something larger left behind. The photo has no caption, no date, and no clear location. People on forums started calling it a staircase to nowhere. It first appeared on old image boards, then Reddit, then creepypasta blogs. People said it was discovered in a remote American forest, that park rangers were warned to avoid it, that if you climbed it, you might not come back down. Some said it was haunted, others said it was a portal, maybe to another world. But the staircase wasn't discovered, it was built on purpose. In 1988, British artist Bruce Allen designed it as an outdoor sculpture called Observatory. It was part of the Forest of Dean sculpture trail in Gloucestershire, England, a walking path through the woods lined with large-scale public art. According to the artist's notes, the design was inspired by ancient Indian observatories. It was meant to offer two ways of seeing the forest, one at the top of the stairs, where visitors could pause above the treetops, and one in a small nook hidden underneath. From there, you could sit in quiet and look outward through the trees. It wasn't supposed to feel haunted, it was supposed to feel still. The staircase was painted black to stand out against the green of the forest. There was a sign nearby explaining what it was. Hikers would come across it as part of the trail, just another piece of conceptual art meant to shift your perspective. Over the years, the structure began to wear down, the metal rusted. Safety became a concern. In 2014, it was quietly removed. By then, the context was already gone. The sculpture's nameplate had disappeared, and someone uploaded a photo of the stairs without any information. The image started circulating, stripped of its meaning. That's when the stories began. By the early 2010s, people on Reddit and 4chan were posting the image with eerie captions. Some claimed it had been found by accident, deep in an unmanned forest. Others said that it drew animals toward it, that people had gone missing after visiting, that it had been removed by the government, but no one would say why. None of that is true. It was just an art installation, one that lost its sign. Two children stand inside a house pressed up against a window. Behind them, a figure is barely visible in the shadows, tall, black, and still. The photo feels wrong, something feels off. The kind of image that makes you lean in and then want to look away. And spoiler alert, nobody knows to this day where it came from. The photos started showing up in the early 2010s, mostly on horror forums and image boards. Sometimes it was posted without any caption. Some users said the photo came from a Japanese horror film. Others thought it was from Korea. A few claimed to remember it from the ending of a scary movie, but no one could agree on the title. One Reddit user said he'd seen it in a short film that was deleted. Another insisted it was real, that the kids were never identified, and the house had since been abandoned. The photo's source remains a mystery. There's no known director, no release, and no traceable origin that connects it to a film, news story, or specific event. But even without a source, the image still spreads. People have called the shadowy figure everything from a demon to a shadow person to a ghostly sibling who died and came back. It looks like a movie jump scare, frozen one frame too early. And that's probably what it is. Even though we don't know who made the image, everything about it suggests fiction. The way the light hits the window, the positioning of the children, the clean symmetry, the glowing eyes. It all looks designed. However, we don't know who the kids are, we don't know who took the picture, and we definitely don't know what the figure in the background is supposed to be. It could be special effects, a costume, a shadow in the right shape at the right moment. Or maybe it's something else. Whatever the case, this image has lasted more than a decade without any solid answers. The third image shows a boy lying in a hospital bed. His face looks pale under the bright lights. His expression is serious. Next to him stand two people, in Teletubby costumes. The suits are bulky, worn out, and a little off. The colors are faded. The eyes are dark. At first glance, it looks wrong, like a scene from a dream you do not want to remember. The image started circulating online sometime around 2014. People call it creepy. Some called it cursed. Others said it looked like a photo from an abandoned asylum. A few even claimed it showed the real inspiration for the Teletubby show, children from a secret psychiatric hospital, kept out of public view. Some stories said that the place was in Bulgaria. Others said it was a BBC facility. There was even a name for it. They called it La La Land. Later, someone came forward in a Reddit thread. He said he recognized a photo, said it was taken in 1999 at Maidstone Hospital in Kent, England. According to him, the boy in the picture had gone in to get his tonsils removed. The Teletubbies were hospital visitors, either staff or volunteers, there to cheer up sick kids. He said the photo was once displayed on a wall of visitor memories. Someone had taken a picture of it. That copy eventually made its way online. It is a quiet explanation, but nothing confirmed one. The hospital never confirmed this to be true. The original copy of the image is missing, and nobody else had stepped forward. The lighting is flat, the colors feel drained. The boy's expression does not match what is happening around him. It looks more like a horror still than a hospital memory. People kept reposting it. Some thought it was fake. Others believed it showed something real but hidden. A version of children's television that came from someplace darker. Even now, nobody knows exactly who took it or why the costumes looked the way they did. And if you feel like you cannot take your eyes out of it, this is a phenomenon people on Reddit have felt as well. A black and white photo, a family around a dinner table, smiling. In the top corner of the frame, something is wrong. A shape hangs from the ceiling, upside down. It looks human, but blurred, as if it dropped into the photo by accident. For years, this image was shared as a Cooper family ghost photo. The story said it was taken in Texas, sometime in the 1950s, that the Coopers had just moved into their new home. They posed for a photo to remember the moment, and when it was developed, they saw a body falling from the ceiling. People call it one of the most terrifying ghost photos ever taken. Some said the house was cursed. Others said the ghost was someone who had died there long before. No one could explain why the figure was upside down or why it looked so solid. The photo spread slowly at first. It showed up on paranormal forums, YouTube videos, ghost blogs. No one could find the original. That only made it more believable. But the photo was not taken in 1959. It was created in 1981 by an artist named Richard Ramsdell. The original family photo was real. Ramsdell used it as a base. He was one of the children sitting at the table. The ghost was added later in a darkroom using collage and double exposure techniques. It was just an art experiment. Years later, Ramsdell posted about the project online. He explained how he made it. He even kept a personal website where he collected his altered images. But by then, the ghost story had taken on a life of its own. In 2015, Ramsdell spoke openly about the image. He explained that it was a fake, that the upside-down ghost was just a visual effect, that there was no Cooper family, no haunted house, but the internet kept sharing it anyway. Even now, people still come across a photo and believe the old story. They repost it. And even when the truth is out there, the picture still works. It still makes people pause, still feels like it captured something it should not have. The photo shows a stairwell. The lighting is low. The walls are empty, and halfway down the steps, something crouches. Its face is long and sharp, like a snout. Its back is hunched. Its hands are claws. In the shadows, it looks like a creature mid-transformation, half human, half something else. Some say it has horns, others see teeth. The photos started to spread online around 2014. No context, no source, just one strange image. People called it a werewolf. It showed up on Tumblr, on image blogs, and on paranormal sites. One version had a warning sign added to it. Some believed it was caught by accident. Others thought it came from security footage. There were rumors that the photo was taken in an old apartment building, that the creature had been seen by more than one person, that it moved between floors. It could only be photographed once. A few posts claimed the image was proof that cryptids were real, that something was living in the stairwell. But the photo is not what it looks like. The creature in the frame is a costume. It was created by Kirsten Lapatka, a special effects artist who shares her work online under the name Smog Teeth. She posted images with a suit in 2012. It is made from latex, fabric, and fur. The snout is hand sculpted. A Reddit user eventually found the artist's gallery and linked it to the viral image. They pointed out that Lapatka had once appeared on a competition show called Face Off, which features artists who build monsters and masks. The costume was never meant to be scary on its own. Without credit, the photo began to move through different corners of the internet. Some thought it showed a wild animal caught on camera. Others thought it was a demon summoned during a ritual. The dark stares, the pose, and the strange angle made it easy to believe. Even after the source was found, people still shared the image. And honestly, the costume is good. It holds up, and low light, it does look alive. The last image looks almost fake, a wide, pink mouth with rows of teeth, stretching open like it is about to swallow something. Inside it, people are standing, full-sized adults. Their heads barely reach the gums. The tongue spreads out below them like a soft, wet floor. The image feels strange. The colors are too bright. The shapes are too smooth, and the people look too small. It looks like something from a surreal horror movie, or maybe a haunted house, the kind that tries to look like a body on the inside. The picture started showing up online with no caption. It was shared on social media, blog posts, image threads. Most of the time, people did not know what it showed. Some thought it was art. Others thought it was part of a dark museum. One post called it the mouth of the beast. The size of it is what made people pause. It is not a costume. It is not a photo trick. The people inside are real, which means the mouth is real too. And it is. The sculpture is called the Mosh Mouth. It was built by the Museum of Science and History in Jacksonville, Florida. The structure is over 18 feet long and 8 feet wide. It was created in 2009 as part of an exhibit called The Body Within. The goal was to teach kids about the digestive system. The mouth was just the beginning. You could walk through it and learn what happens next inside the body. In 2016, the mouth was moved to a park for a public health exhibit. Visitors could still walk through it, but without the rest of the context, it looked a lot weirder. That is when the photos started spreading. By the time it appeared online, the exhibit had already changed locations. Most of the signs were gone. People saw a giant open mouth full of strangers and had no idea what they were looking at. Some thought it was part of a strange attraction that had closed down. The lighting and the bright red walls made it feel more organic than it really was. In the end, it's just an oversized teaching tool built to help kids understand biology. These 6 images have been called cursed. They've been shared across forums, videos, and blogs for years. But behind most of them is something much more ordinary. The rest might actually be cursed. If you've seen other photos like these, tell us in the comments. We might look into them next. Thanks for watching.